Hey, a lot of get down shit going on right now. I know y'all know about it.
Ey,
Two twins on me, Mauricia and Tamara.
no problemo, tú también, I'm about to spit this fuego. Muddy cup with extra syrup like I'm eating Eggos. Big shotgun, more shells than a blue sombrero. Bitch don't play with.
All right, welcome back to our podcast.
What it do, baby?
Truly Sports. Still need that sponsor. All right, be on the lookout for some big news coming soon. All right, we're not going to tell you about it right now or in this podcast, but it's coming soon. All right, so first thing we're going to touch on some of the big games last week. Wasn't too many. Titans Colts was supposed to be big, but I think probably the biggest game last week is probably the Chiefs and Buccaneers, if you guys agree.
That was a good game.
Yeah, anyone want to elaborate on it?
Tyreek Hill.
Jesus Christ, he's fast.
Cheetah man.
They couldn't guard him. He was completely. They did not have a person on the field that could guard that man. What do you have, like 200 yards in the first half or something?
First quarter.
Yeah, it was insane.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's that was the game right there.
That
honestly.
combination too, with just having someone that fast and having someone with that big of an arm like Pat Mahomes, they could just find him.
Tom Brady
hit him in
seems
stride.
to hate his coach.
Yeah. The Buccaneers are on the brink of not even making the playoffs.
They have work to do, that's for sure.
The Saints can clinch a playoff spot this week, I believe. I think I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, they got to be.
And I don't believe in the Saints, and that's the sad thing. The Saints aren't. I don't think they're that good.
I think they're an intricate team. They can do lots of different things. They have lots of different talents.
I think they're well coached, but I think, and that wins you regular season games, and I think they have a weak schedule.
Latavius Murray would start for a lot of teams as a running back.
player.
I like.
And they have
Hill's
a
an X
good
factor.
defense.
I like Jameis Winston better.
Yeah, I don't get this. I think this week is the week that he kind of gets exposed because I'm not sure exactly who they're playing, but I don't believe it's a cakewalk. Who
They're playing the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons. And Falcons played well last week.
Falcons have been playing better.
Falcons are the weirdest team in the last.
They're the
7
best
years.
worst team right now.
But this is the
For
type
the
of
last
game
7 years.
that the Saints have no business losing. But I think Taysom Hill puts them at jeopardy of losing that game.
Because he can't throw the ball.
He can, but he's not a quarterback. He's a fucking Tim Tebow guy.
Yeah. That's
Tim Tebow without the Jesus.
He did go to BYU.
Yes, he got all the no
He's a
sex.
Mormon.
Yes.
Back to the Mormons.
Yeah, but at
Who
least
fucks more, Tim Tebow or Taysom Hill?
Tebow does because at least his God's real. Whoa, easy. What happened there? Oh man. Oh.
Okay, on to the next one. What about that 49ers-Rams game? What is that? So last week we were I think it was you were talking about you think the Rams might be the best team in the NFC, but then they lose to the 49ers.
Okay.
I don't know if I put them at the top, but I put them as in that grouping.
Yeah, that top 5 grouping.
Yeah, I still like the Rams. I think they're a good team, but the 49ers defense is getting better. They're getting healthier. They got Mostert back. I think the 49ers are. I mean, obviously they went to the Super Bowl last year. They're a good team. I think that game was back and forth from what I remember. And then what was it? They just got Robbie Gold in their team. That's the difference.
Yeah.
He's just clutch. Inside of 45 yards, the guy's gonna make it every single time. Yeah. But it was a good game. I think it was a good kind of spot to see that. Okay, Jared Goff still has things that he does wrong. He's not a different quarterback.
Yeah, he still sucks.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is even his coach called him out in the press conference. Which was kind of surprising because I think the whole time he's been very protective of him, but now he's kind of putting big boy pants on him. So.
What about your game, Alex?
Dolphins?
No, Packers and Bears. Your favorite team.
God, I'm so glad Drew's not here right now.
How many games out there remain in the schedule? How many do they win?
Bears?
Yeah.
Hopefully none. But sadly, they'll probably fucking win 3.
Yeah, they could
beat the Lions. They'll beat the Jaguars, and they could either win in Houston
or Minnesota.
Those
two.
They'll go fucking 8-8. They might sneak into some fucking bullshit 7th or 8th playoff spot if they have it.
Jeez.
They'll fucking get the doors blown off them on national TV again. Everybody will be laughing at us, and it'll be great.
Yeah, you want them in that top 10 so they get a QB?
I don't know. I want them. It's not even much for the draft pick. I want just everybody fired.
Yeah.
They already gave Dude his job. Said his job's safe. I think the owner touched him when he was a kid.
Oh my god.
The owner's like 90 years old. Don't you dare talk about Virginia that way. No, they said Pace's job is safe. That's not.
Yeah, he's the one. He's a go. He's horrible.
But that's the thing. Is like it's easy to say that now, but if we lose our last 6 games, I don't think there's going to be no way anybody keeps their job. And there's plenty of times when people say that now, and then all of a sudden
they lose 6 in a row. What do you think Khalil Mack's going to want to stay around after that?
I mean, Khalil Mack's going to stay because he's getting paid.
He could get paid somewhere else too.
No, the NFL's different that way.
I don't know.
Yeah, players don't really care about winning.
Not defensive linemen. Wide receivers can kind of pull that shit, but defensive linemen.
He different though. He top of the line.
Yeah, but he's also not somebody who's outspoken a lot. He's not. He's never been someone who like.
I never even heard him talk before.
I swears a lot in press conferences. They don't put it in there, but like not funny swearing. Just like I don't know shit.
He like Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, but like not funny. Mm-hmm. Like he's just kind of like he a thug, but a thug in good ways.
Yeah. All right, now let's speak on yours. Scoot up a little so we'll get that shot. now let's talk about your pick. I mean your lock last week. Dolphins Jets. Are the Jets the worst team ever?
Ever. They might be.
No.
Who's worse?
That Lions team, bro.
This team's getting blown out every week.
Dude, that Lions team was really bad. They had Dan Orlovsky, that guy who talks on ESPN sometimes and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He ran out the back of the end zone.
This Jets team there's no talent anywhere on the roster.
I like Denzel Mims.
Okay, who's that?
He's a wide receiver.
He said, okay, who
that
is
Lions
that?
team had Calvin Johnson.
I think he was hurt.
No, he wasn't. He played the whole season.
Well, damn. That's how bad that Lions team was.
What's the least amount of points the Jets lost by this year?
I don't know. They had some close games.
At least like the Lions that 0-16 year, they had like 5 close games. It's like a 10-12, 16.
The Jets lost by 3 to the Patriots.
Yep.
Lost by 6 to the Chargers. I think the Jets win a game this year. Am I bold for saying that?
Who are they gonna beat?
You don't want to know.
You gonna say Raiders?
This week?
I think they beat the Raiders this week.
They're not gonna beat the
shut
Raiders. The Raiders not gonna
fuck
play
up.
that bad.
The Raiders got no heart. Their quarterback wears fucking eyeliner.
They're not gonna play that
They'll
bad.
beat the Browns.
I'm not saying that they play bad. I'm telling you that the Raiders are not going to be up for this game. They just got the shit kicked out of them.
I think that's gonna wake them up though, bro.
It should, but then they're like, oh, dude, we got the Jets.
Every team they play, except for the last game against Patriots rivalry game, is plus 500. The 4 games before the Patriots are all we got 8-3, 7-4, 8-3, 6-5 Raiders.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule like to end it. The Raiders got probably the easiest. No, not easiest. One of the easiest.
I'm telling you that Lions team was worse. I don't know how we grade this, but I'm going based off the eye test. That Lions team made colossal mistakes. Like, can anybody name a Jets play that happened this year?
Can you name a Jets player?
I told you. Denzel Mims is God. They got Michael P. Ryan, Sam Darnold, who looks like the firefighter Lego man.
No, he looks like the little boy from Incredibles.
Exactly. Dash.
Yeah.
That's classic. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I mean, it's not good to debate the worst.
Okay,
ever.
they're definitely in the conversation. I'm not going to be Captain Jets
It's a
man over
toss-up.
here. Jets, Jets. But
You firefighter Jim?
So if we go opposite of that, can the Steelers go undefeated?
no. They can. I don't know who they play. I gotta look at their
They
schedule.
play the AFC North. They probably play the
They probably got to play the Browns one more time.
right.
Even though the Browns suck, that's still gonna be a tough game.
They got the Bills.
They
get the Bills and the Colts that are 2 sneaky teams that nobody beats comfortably, really.
and the Browns last game, which are
The Bills are a good team.
Bills are a good team. The Colts are a good
Yeah,
team.
and Cleveland, okay.
Now, definitely, I think the Steelers are a better team than them. But does that mean at a game in Buffalo where they're jumping through tables and shit?
and they're playing they're not gonna lose to Washington.
Washington's terrible. They just keep getting worse. I don't even know how they won a couple games.
They won 4 games. They're in the fucking first
They're
place.
in the NFC
Yeah.
East. They're in the NFC East. The defense isn't bad. They have Chase Young. They got a good young defense. That Terry McLaurin guy.
He's a monster.
He's
I got him on fantasy.
he's a top receiver. But yeah, the rest of that team is just kind of.
Yeah, he's pretty much keeping them in games.
I think Washington might win. I don't know. The thing is, like, each week I come out thinking a different team's going to win the NFC East.
I don't think the Eagles look
This
off.
week it's Washington. Nah. Pittsburgh can go undefeated. They definitely. I think they're better than the 5 teams that they play left.
Are they better than the Chiefs?
No, I don't think they're better than the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs showed last week that they're the best team in the NFL.
What's so how many?
Their defense is getting better each week.
How many teams make the playoffs? 8 now.
7.
Seven
Unless like a bunch get canceled.
But I think they're gonna avoid it. They avoided it with those Ravens games. Shit.
You guys think a second NFC North team makes the playoffs?
Hell no.
Right, because the West is too good, right?
Like NFC North, as in Packers, Bears, Lions.
Yeah.
No.
Playoff teams, you get one from the East, one from the North.
The rest from the West.
Yeah, they might get 3 from the
New
West.
Orleans, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Rams.
As of right now,
Arizona.
they have all 4 in there.
All 4 of the
NFC West teams, yes.
Insane.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
What are you looking at?
It is true. They got Seattle at number 2, Rams at 5. No, the Rams. Hold on. Who else do they have in
What are
there?
you looking at?
Oh, San Francisco. Sorry, no, everyone.
Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's in there.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So
San
they got,
Francisco's not my bad.
to be honest, like how the playoff picture right now, I think that's gonna stay the same in the NFC.
The only thing that could switch is maybe San Francisco and Arizona.
Yeah, it could.
No, Arizona's better than them. They have too many injuries. San Francisco does.
They just beat the fucking Rams. I don't know. The only way that the West kind of fucks that up is if they beat each other up a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is very possible.
The Giants are gonna get a home game.
The NFC, the NFC just doesn't look that strong to me. Like if you compare them to the AFC, even the AFC, just kind of like the top 3 teams kind of are the strong ones to me.
Buffalo's a nice solid 4.
Yeah, they're solid 4, but like
Indiana's a really good 7 seed.
if they make it.
I know, with the Raiders and them. Baltimore.
The thing if the Browns lose like 2 games and the Raiders don't.
Do
lose
the
anymore,
Patriots creep into the last seed?
No.
There's too many teams.
Dude, don't
AFC
sleep.
is
Because
loaded.
Baltimore's a good team.
Who wants to make this bet right now?
What are the odds, sir?
The Patriots make the playoffs.
Okay, what do I get?
No odds, straight up.
Loser has to jump in the lake.
No.
What do you want to put on it?
Oh, money.
Okay.
$20. Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, there you go. $20 Patriots.
Well,
I
Cam Newton
masturbated
get
before I
hurt.
came.
What do you say?
He masturbated before he came.
Usually.
Literally. Literally. Oh man.
All right.
Let's change over to the NBA. All right, they released their schedule this year. What Christmas game are you most excited for this year?
The Bucks fucked Jimmy right in the behind.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jimmy. Explain it. Explain it. I know you're
Well,
pissed.
as an investor, the prospect of getting a home Christmas Day game versus the Warriors and all these little 13-year-old kids' favorite player, Steph Curry, I could have made a lot of money if I was able to sell those tickets. But no, y'all couldn't stay inside for a couple months. Now we got Rona all over the goddamn place, and we got no fans. But I actually don't have that as my favorite game.
What's your favorite one?
Probably Dallas Lakers.
Mm.
Want to see what Luka does differently. Maybe Porzingis. Maybe I don't know.
Last year, towards the end of the before the cancellation or postponement, before the postponement, they went in like a double OT game. That was a good game.
Dallas is definitely one of my teams to look at next year to see what kind of jump they make. Dallas and Denver to see if they can make that leap into top tier contenders.
Who did Dallas pick up this offseason to like?
They didn't pick up shit, but
That's
the
what I'm
thing
saying,
is,
but
the thing is like their team is so young that they can just develop. Like what step does Luka take? We saw him in the bubble, how nasty he was out there.
Yeah.
And I don't think they lost anybody. I mean, Porzingis, we'll see him healthy. Tim Hardaway's going to come back healthy.
They drafted Josh Green. That's a solid pickup from
He's
Arizona.
a solid person that can come into play. Is that James Johnson?
James Johnson, yep.
James Johnson is a good bench player, good role player.
Karate man. Dang, he about to make $16 million next year.
Ooh.
James Johnson.
Yeah.
That's insane.
What's that?
James Johnson, $16 million next year.
Josh
He opted
Richardson.
in.
That's what they got.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, they got Josh Richardson.
That's a solid pickup.
He's decent. But like I said, like the question is, how much better does Luka get year over year? Because that was the one thing I was kind of worried about his career arc is he going to hit a plateau because he's athletic, but he's not this high-flying guy. But, I mean, in the bubble, he definitely proved me wrong because he's also got one thing that you can't quantify, which is G.
Yeah.
with that fucking step back that he hit.
The Lakers are going to be so deep this year.
Yeah, it's not fucking fair. Fuck them.
That's so stupid.
Montrezl Harrell's one of my favorite players in the league to watch.
That's horrible. I missed the podcast about this.
Is he going to come off the bench or is he going to start?
Probably off the bench.
How?
Damn.
Okay, so LeBron just signs a 2-year, $85 million contract. He convinces someone in the early stage of his prime to take a minimal contract like that.
2-year, $19 million.
I don't know the NBA market, but
Tyler Johnson made more last year than he's
from
gonna
what
make
I
in the next 2
read,
years.
from what I can read into players' performance to money returned after a contract, he's coming off a good season, $6 million a year. He made $8.5 million.
The Hawks could have thrown $30 million at him probably.
He's making $8.5 million a year when he was a top performer on a top team last year. So I think he's probably getting paid under the table from LeBron and Rich Paul and and the management team.
He's gonna be in Space Jam 3.
How does Kentavious Caldwell-Pope make more money than Montrezl Harrell? I think that they get tampering with the Bucks, but it's tampering from that's tampering. Like he cheating.
I think the NBA is rigged. That's what it is.
They got Marcus Gasol for not just to get him.
Yeah, but he's old. He's probably not getting much more money than that anywhere.
Who cares? He's still good.
The thing is,
no, I know, but I'm saying like that.
He's starting the Bucks.
A lot of times when like teams get that much talent,
probably.
they get let down. Like look at the Clippers from last year. So it's not something that's guaranteed because they got a mesh. But I don't know.
Man, hottest thing right now, Jimmy Butler, Selena Gomez. What?
He dates her?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Jimmy Bucket's on and off court.
Good job for Selena. Jimmy Butler probably works hard.
What team? What's your surprise team this year? You said Dallas.
Dallas is one of the teams I'm looking for to make a big jump.
Top 3 seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I got my eye on the game is because I want to see what they got.
Mm-hmm.
My surprise team, if I had to look at it,
I can tell you.
Phoenix.
Go ahead, go say yours.
You said Phoenix. I think Atlanta. I think Atlanta makes the playoffs this year. They're pretty much like year up. That's their team. They have everybody from overseas on their team, but they have a good young core, and then I think they're gonna make a little playoff push, at least 8 seed.
How hard do you think Brad Beal cried when he heard he's about to play with Russell Westbrook?
The thing is, the Rockets stole from
But Bradley Beal's been playing with fucking like backups in college for the past.
Russell Westbrook's he might be the worst teammate ever.
No.
Him or Kyrie.
Russell over Kyrie. Kyrie thinks the Earth's flat.
Yeah, but Kyrie
can't
can
get down
actually
with that.
shoot.
The thing with like in the Rockets got John Wall and a first round draft pick.
They finessed the fuck up.
Yes,
You want my sleeper team? I go Pelicans.
they're not really a sleeper though.
But they're not a sleeper. They didn't make the playoffs last year.
But before
I got them getting a top 5 seed.
the Pelicans do have a squad though.
They're meaty as fuck. They
Yeah.
got fucking Steven Adams, big bully ass. They're gonna have.
They got the 3 strongest people in the NBA: Steven Adams,
Zion Williamson.
and Bledsoe.
No, and Brandon Ingram. He's got, he's
And
got pipes.
shout out Bi, that's my boy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Brandon Ingram got a big contract. We'll see if he can turn into the player that everybody kind of projects him to be.
will.
And then they got a bully ball in there. They got fucking Steven Adams. Zion are gonna be. They're just gonna sandwich some dudes.
The thing is, Steven Adams is still only 27.
God, but
That's insane. It's gonna be hard to score on them. I think they're gonna be one of the best defensive teams.
I like Jackson Hayes a lot too off the bench.
Yeah,
He's super athletic.
bunnies. I saw him dunk on some dudes when we were in Vegas. He dunked on some dudes so nasty in summer league.
Hopefully someone.
Oh yes, he did. Was that on the Bucks? Was that a Bucks player that he dunked on?
It might have been.
I think it was. It was some probably like some Luke May looking motherfucker out there getting dunked on. The question is shooting for that team. Obviously,
Yeah.
That's what they need to find. Is Josh Hart going to be good enough to play?
They still
They
got
didn't use
JJ.
him last year that much.
Josh Hart because he's not that good.
They still got JJ though.
They got JJ. They got Etwan Moore.
Lonzo not really a shooter.
Brandon Ingram, he could shoot though.
He can shoot, but he's not a shooter.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, does he take to that next level where he's actually
What's the starting lineup? In hypothetical starting lineup,
Adams, Williamson, Brandon Ingram,
Ball.
and probably Josh Hart?
They didn't play him last year.
What about
I
Bledsoe?
know because they started Drew Holiday.
What if they put Lonzo at the 2? Not 2 really, but the 1.
Then you got 2 guards that do best with the ball that can't play off ball.
I'll put Bledsoe on the bench.
I think that's actually a decent role for Bledsoe.
But the thing is, they gotta play him because he's getting $16 million. You can't just.
You can put him out. You can have a 6-man. Dennis Schroeder made around that much to be in the bench off a team like this.
Yeah.
Maybe Alexander Walker takes that step out of V-Tech.
I think Lonzo Ball, to get the max production out of him, he needs to be the kind of player that plays like 40 minutes a game, 35, 40 minutes a game, because he's a guard that's wing size. He's like what did you just say the other day? He called himself like a walking triple double.
Lonzo?
Yeah, which that's kind of his thing. He's gonna.
Lonzo with Zion is a perfect pairing in my view.
Good passer.
He loves throwing hoops too.
They're all the same kind of player though. They're all.
It's a lot of meaty dudes.
Athletic,
not shooting.
Not shooters, but can make jump shots. They're just a strange combination. It's like there's too much of the same thing going on.
They probably start JJ then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and we'll be right back right after Jimmy eats his pizza to continue our discussion. Speaking of Lonzo Ball, his brother just got picked up right now. He got Liangelo Ball picked up by who is it? The Pistons.
The Pistons and their 16 centers that they have on their roster already.
He's not a center. He's a 6'6".
No, I know, but they have 16 centers. That's why they had to fuck. Who's left?
You think he'll get any playing time this year?
Hell no. I think he plays in some preseason games, doesn't make their roster, maybe plays some G League shit, which is still an accomplishment for him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's that good of a player.
NBA topic.
The thing is, that's dope though. They got 3 brothers in the NBA, same like it as the Holiday brothers.
Who's winning the 3-on-3?
Holiday brothers.
Yeah, 100%.
Drew Holiday, the past 2 seasons against the top 30 scorers, has 850 possessions. Let me rephrase. Drew Holiday has guarded the top 30 scorers last season 850 more times than anyone else in the league.
Yeah, he's an elite defender.
Yeah, so
Is he a better defender than Bledsoe?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Bledsoe's a good defender, and Drew Holiday's better.
Bledsoe goes for more steals, but Drew Holiday will actually stay in front of his man and contest better shots. He's a little bit longer than Bledsoe as well.
Pause.
I like Drew Holiday a lot. When I was playing 2K today, playing against the Bucks.
On your what?
On my PS5, Shout out to me.
Shout out to me.
But they actually have, when I was looking at their roster's actually, it might be better than last year.
It's better than last year's, definitely.
Because they got DJ Augustine, solid backup point guard. He was killing.
It's a decent swap out for George Hill.
I still like George Hill better.
It's a knockout George Hill, but it's still he does all the stuff you need.
But Torrey Craig, super solid.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday, they got Forbes, shooter, solid little pickup. Those are really the 3 big pickups this year.
Bobby Portis.
I like Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis
actually
is a big pickup. I think he's a dog.
Yeah, I like Bobby Portis actually.
He's got a chip on his shoulder.
Not afraid to punch a motherfucker in the mouth.
But do you think that's enough to keep Giannis in?
I'm curious to see what Torrey Craig does too.
I like Torrey Craig.
He was buried on that Denver team with tons of. They got tons of wings.
He played 20 minutes. He's not a scorer. He's a wing defender.
And that's what they kind of need.
That's what I'm saying. It's perfect for what we need. It's another wing defender that has a corner 3 that he can hit. I think I looked at his percentages. I'd like to see a little bit more. But him and who?
Ersan?
I thought he was gone.
No,
he's gone.
They vetoed it though. They vetoed that trade. But yeah, he don't have.
We waived him though.
Yeah,
he's waived.
And then Marvin Williams, he retired, right?
Yeah, he retired.
Bobby Portis will step in and play.
The keys for the Bucks this year is one, how do they do it with their revamp bench, and then one, who starts at the 2. Is it DiVincenzo? Is it Torrey Craig just for defensive purposes?
Or Bryn Forbes maybe.
Bryn Forbes could be, because that seems like a player that Budenholzer would fucking love.
Or you could go DiVincenzo and play Holiday at the 2.
That's what I've heard most likely is going to happen, is they like DiVincenzo.
I'd like one of these wing guys, either Forbes. They're both small. Well, he's small. Torrey Craig's, check him. How tall is Torrey Craig?
6'7".
Yeah, I would think that would be the ideal starting 2.
Torrey Craig?
Yeah.
He's big. That would be good. But I think they're going to experiment with a couple different lineups, and they'll find out what runs the best.
Man, I like last year's roster better.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday's so much
He's
better.
really good. So that's
getting the thirds. The thing's overall roster last year was deeper, that's for sure. But
I'm gonna
as
miss
we
Wes.
saw, that doesn't mean shit in the playoffs. You need star
Right.
players and people to make
I'm
make
pissed
shots.
Wes left. I wish Wes would have stayed and played the starting 2.
He's getting old.
Fucking.
I'm cool with
This
him
is a
leaving.
championship contender team. Old's all right.
No, not for how many minutes he was playing. I don't know.
Is he better than Torrey Craig?
Torrey Craig could probably play defense a little bit longer.
Do you think the Bucks will make any moves before the trade deadline?
Depends
I
on the
would think
situation.
so.
Well, they already tried to get rid of Dante DiVincenzo, so they're not afraid to get rid of him.
Yeah, and the thing is with having Giannis, either he signs long term or they don't. They have all the incentive to make moves.
Yeah.
Like
So,
there's
you
no
see the-
holding back.
see the
They
Kings?
traded away their draft picks, so they got to be in win now territory. So maybe one of these contending teams drops off and they go and get not Bogdanovich but a shooter.
Bradley Beal.
Because that's what we need, more shooters. I mean, Bradley Beal would be kind of hard to get.
I know. I wish they could
There's
get
no
Bradley Beal.
way. They have to trade Giannis.
No, they
No,
have to trade Chris Middleton, and that's 100% fine. Bradley Beal for Middleton?
They wouldn't do that.
Y'all don't want to ask me about that. I think Middleton's better than Beal.
Oh my god.
Okay, go to sleep.
He can guard two. He can guard three positions, and I think
That's
he
why they got
shoots-
Torrey Craig now. He could take that position.
They're not. I think Beal's like the. He's
I
not
think
gonna
it's
be
close,
traded.
but I personally choose Middleton. Maybe
To be like,
maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid though. It's very
really,
possible.
the Bucks really just need like someone that could just get a bucket.
They need a wing.
That's what they got Drew Holiday with.
No, a wing bucket getter.
But Drew Holiday really isn't going to be like, go give me this bucket at the end of the game. You see last year who they give it to, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, and well, they should be giving it to Giannis.
Oh, you talking about the Bucks? They should give it to Giannis, but Giannis
gets triple teams. What they need is people that when
Giannis-
he's triple teamed that he can pass it to
Make
that aren't going to be
shots.
afraid of the moment like Eric Bledsoe was. And I think having your third best player be Drew Holiday is pretty solid.
The only sad thing, the only scary thing is Holiday doesn't have that much playoff experience. What do you want to playoffs? 2-3 times? One time
Yeah.
with the Pelicans and then like once with the Sixers. So that's the only thing. Like he
No,
doesn't
yeah.
have that playoff experience. So
It-
we really don't know what he's gonna do when the playoffs come. But I do like Drew Holiday way better.
We'll see. I mean, I don't think this roster's done. I do think they make some type of moves, either between the from now to the beginning of the season or to the trade deadline. It obviously will depend on injuries, depend on how their teams do, how this roster plays out. Maybe we do all this and DiVincenzo doesn't really have a role on this team, and then we look to trade him, or Torrey Craig doesn't have a role, or Bobby Portis doesn't work out, or something like that. The thing is, I think the only fucking people that are like untradeable are like Giannis and probably Drew Holiday. Middleton, I would think is close to untradeable, but if Giannis,
He's
if
a free agent. That'd be worth it.
Yeah.
Try.
what?
Alan Craig. Alan
That
Craig.
one too. Jamal Crawford.
Jamal
Fuck
Crawford.
I'd be down for Jamal Crawford. That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
it. Like, why not?
Need some scoring off the bench, and they probably get him
Why
veterans
the fuck?
minimum.
If he still wants to play, why the fuck would you not give him a chance?
He's 40.
Who cares?
I don't know. The thing is, Jamal Crawford's one of those weird guys that doesn't need to pay for a contender. He'll go play for the Suns and drop fucking 30 in his last game or something like that. I don't. It all depends on what Jamal Crawford wants. I think he'll end up on a team. I would love to have him on the Bucks. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, let's transition. Let's transition to college football before we do our top plays. All right. You got your top play? Probably not.
Yeah, I
You
do.
don't. You do?
Almost always.
All right, let's transition. College football. So I just seen something. It said Ohio State, if they get one more game canceled, they aren't eligible to. Was it the Big Ten championship? And then, which in return will make them ineligible for college football.
pretty much.
They're
Yeah.
canceled.
God damn. This season's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
It might end up being Coastal Carolina and BYU and Cincinnati in this fucking big the Big Four or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. So much stuff going on. Clemson looks good again. Alabama, I think they're going to come out and beat the shit out of LSU. I almost put them as my lock, but it's like a 30-point spread.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's anything Nick Saban likes to do, it's run
Is,
up the score.
Who's the coach for LSU?
Go Tigers. Coach
Is he
O.
approaching our Browns territory?
What, did he get people raped?
Yeah.
Oh
No.
my God.
You didn't hear about that? They know about Darius
Oh, they did have some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering. I was like, what are you going? Because he had one good season?
Guice. No, like he's they know Darius Geis and other athletes repeatedly raped other female athletes in the LSU program.
I don't know. I don't know enough about that situation to comment on it.
Oh.
I've already said enough things about the Mormons today. I don't want them to have a reason to cancel me again.
No, the team in the athletic department knew about Darius guys.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm not surprised by any of that. It's terrible.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
On another note,
I'm just figuring something out. Like,
I like SVU. That's what I'll say.
Who is SVU?
Special Victims Unit.
I thought SVW.
It's a fucking good show.
The female R&B group from the '90s.
I don't know. We're gonna see. College football is gonna be very interesting to see how it plays out, and I think the shitty part is it's not going to be. It might not be in the team's hands to handle it. Yeah. To decide how, like you said, Ohio State might get ineligible.
Wisconsin already is ineligible for everything pretty much because they got.
They're ineligible because they got their ass whooped by Northwestern.
Yeah, and they got too many games canceled. But speaking of Wisconsin, are they winning? Nope, up one.
No doubt.
Marquette, unranked Marquette team.
Oh man.
Wisconsin basketball is the most boring shit in history.
Yeah.
How dare you? We had Devin Harris at one time.
I love Wisconsin basketball.
They're horrible.
But a couple years ago,
it's painful to watch. That's for sure. Nothing like watching the last two. This year they got a little.
Let's talk college basketball. Why do we have 4 Division I teams in the state of Wisconsin? Yet they refuse to recruit from Southeast Wisconsin.
Because you know why?
Project babies.
Bullshit. They recruit the fucking stupid ass people from.
Because if you're in southeastern Wisconsin, you want to stay at southeastern Wisconsin. If you're actually any good, you probably want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave here right now.
The thing is, like, even like Parkside, they don't
give.
They go to
Parkside goes up to Anago and gets those guys.
Parkside's the most racist. I'm gonna say it right here. Parkside's the most racist basketball team recruiting wise in the world.
Oh shit!
World.
Yeah.
You know how racist Europe is sometimes?
All right, in the United States.
Thank you.
Like, they don't recruit anyone from race. They go to Kenosha. Like, there's not many people better in Kenosha than Racine has so much talent.
Such a waste.
How does a player like Marquise Milton not get a chance to play at, like, Parkside?
Shout out to Queasy.
Yeah.
Because Parkside is racist.
They didn't even offer him.
No, they didn't even come.
He was playing 20 minutes away from the university. The guy averaged 20 points a game for what, 3 seasons in a row?
Yeah, in his last season he led Division I in Wisconsin.
This is big shame on Parkside and Carthage and UWM, Whitewater.
No, Whitewater was recruiting them.
Whitewater recruits them.
Yeah. They're safe in this.
That's why Whitewater wins some championships every once in a while.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why Parkside. They don't ever win anything. They're terrible.
They have tons of talent right next door, and they literally don't recruit it. And Milwaukee, how much talent walks out of Milwaukee every year? You don't give the kids a chance to get their grades together, give them a chance to get them in college and work with them, and actually get some real talent. Mm-hmm. Instead, you recruit players that play up north in Wisconsin against God knows who doing God knows what. Like fucking deers. Like, what the fuck do they do up there? It's horrible.
Play against literal bucks.
Yeah,
they play a different game up there.
So they need to work on this because there's talent coming out here and they're just not giving it a chance.
Well, the Wisconsin is one of the worst places for black people, and then Racine was Racine number 2 or 3, which is insane.
It's up there.
It's insane.
I don't know who wrote that article, but I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him about what?
Yeah, talk to him about what?
About how they gather that information. I don't know.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I don't know how
they had a bunch of factors or something like that. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that, honestly, because I can't relate, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I'd love to learn the facts behind it.
Yeah. So would y'all want to transition to top plays of the week?
Yep. Y'all got your top plays?
We'll get them.
I got one.
Oh, we're not on. We're not live.
Yeah, we're live.
Hi.
We're live, baby.
Put me on live.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
I got my top play.
You're putting me on live.
Even though my lock of the week, which did win technically, because when I gave it the line, it was -5.5. By the time I bet it, I had it -7. So I was watching the Seahawks game. They're up 14. I'm thinking worst case scenario, they score some crazy touchdown and we tie. And so it's kind of like a two-parter. The fucking Hail Mary with 12 seconds left, thrown into the end zone by Carson Wentz's bum ass, which shouldn't be playing because Jalen Hurts should be in there. It gets tipped down, and Richard Rodgers, who couldn't stay on the Packers, he was that bad, reaches back with one hand, snags that bitch, says, "Fuck you, Jimmy. The best you're getting is a push." And Doug Peterson, for no reason at all, goes for 2. And, yeah, so that's my play of the week. Fuck you, Doug Peterson. Fuck you, Richard Rodgers. Fuck you, Carson Wentz.
All right, so my top play, I'm kind of pulling a Jimmy here.
Let's go.
All right, deep pass down the right sideline to Tyreek Hill. All right, and it wasn't the pass, it wasn't the catch. The thing I liked most was the backflip into the end zone.
That was pretty smooth. That was smooth.
Yeah, that was my top play of the week.
Well, let's stay on Tyreek Hill. My top play is the actual play itself of him scoring a 75-yard touchdown.
He's a fucking...
With the backflip? Or the other one?
Or the other one. The other one.
The other one.
One of many.
Yes. Monster game by him.
My play of the week is Tyreek Hill's 175-yard catch. Also, his entire performance was molded into one. That was just a fucking stellar game.
He gets Alex's Big Head of the Week award.
You know?
We about to do that. Just put his head on every top play.
Put his face on fucking Tyreek Hill running down the sideline. Oh, that'd be fucking dope.
I got you.
All right.
All right. Make sure you press that like button, that subscribe button. Be on the lookout for big news coming up. Truly, we still need that sponsor.
Shout out Do. Shout out J Rob.
Shout out Do and
J
J
Rob.
Rob.
Catch you guys next week.
Yes,
Do
sir.
at Marcy's right now getting lit. He ain't painting.
Big trust. We out.
See you guys.